No, because I'm not going. If you don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious, and you're rude, and you're full of a lot. No, I'm talking right now. You had your chance. I'm gonna talk. When I'm done, you talk. That's equality, right?
Putting a lot of if this, if that, if this, if that. No.
Well,
she already gave you her answer. Just move on and ask the next person.
Well, no, I'm going to continue asking. So,
God, you're so entitled. It's his show.
Yeah, just relax.
You're so rude. You're so rude. This is his show.
I'm trying. You're going to call me rude.
Hold on.
You are rude.
Oh, okay. My question to you is, let's say you were talking to a guy and you're really interested in him, and you wanted to angle for a relationship. You wanted exclusivity with him. One of his conditions for exclusivity was that you stop going out and partying. Do you accept that, or do you say, hey, you're not going to control me. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to go party. Take it or leave it. Go ahead.
No, I do not listen to men.
Let's go into... You don't listen to men?
No, why am I going to... Even if he is my boyfriend, am I going to marry him? I'm 21. I don't think I'm going to marry him. So if I want to go out with my friends and party, I'm going to go out with my friends and party. I really don't care if he's telling me not to go, because 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to bars and and is probably partying with his friends. So I'm guessing that exception's probably just for me. Is he also gonna, is that not allowed for him either? Is he also gonna go party, or is that just for me?
He doesn't party.
Then maybe.
Okay.
She's full of shit.
Okay.
This girl's
if it's the same way,
girl's full of shit.
If it's the same way, and if he's not gonna go party, then maybe. It depends how much I like him.
You just want to be loved.
Yeah, I do want to be loved, but I'm not going to go make these exceptions for a guy, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm 21.
He's not telling you. Hold on. He's not telling you to accept some like abusive standard. He's saying you're dating a guy. He's like, yeah, I don't go out and drink. Could you not go out and drink too? You're like, well, I don't let men tell me what to do. Like,
well, yeah, because if he's already trying to control what I'm doing and who I'm going out with, what I'm doing in my free time, that's might be the start of something toxic, and I don't want to put myself in that situation. I'm 21 years old. I just became the legal age to go out to bars. If a man is telling me, I'm sorry, no, you can't go out and drink with your friends, I'm sorry, but you're not the man for me. And I immediately would lose that interest, because I'm sorry, but I'm my own person. I have free will, and I don't think I would really love somebody enough to just be like, drop everything and just listen to them. I am my own person.
Natasha, were you going to respond, or?
No, I'll wait.
Okay, so, well, I'll address it really quick. Why not? We can address it really quick since it's interesting. So, you said that you wouldn't change any of your behaviors when you get into a relationship. Yeah. But isn't part of a relationship, you do change certain things. For example, you no longer sleep with other people, assuming you're in a monogamous relationship.
Obviously, yeah, I think it's best to grow. When you're in a relationship, if you're benefiting and you're growing in a relationship, good. But if you are unhappy and if you're not happy, like staying home with your man and you would rather be partying, break up with him. Don't be with him, because if you'd rather be partying, go do that. You're not committed to be stay-at-home girlfriend with your man and just listen to your man, because is that man providing for me financially? Probably not. Does he have a ring? Did he put a ring on my finger? Probably not. Is he gonna put a ring on my finger? Probably not. I'm 21 years old.
Probably not.
And I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. That's okay. I'm not looking for marriage at 21 years old, and I don't think I'm gonna find a high-value man at this age, because there isn't any high-value men at this age.
Well, I mean, it's actually at 21 years old, that's the best time to be looking for a high-value man. But, you know...
He's right.
Go ahead. You wanted to come in, John? Go ahead.
Who's the guy that made you like this?
Wait, did you just do the
guy
who
has
hurt you?
made me like this.
Is this the who
Why
hurt
do
you?
you think a man has made me like this?
Dude,
Who do you think?
Somebody definitely hurt you.
No guy has really hurt me
So you're
enough.
just born with all this angst and hatred in
Carson,
your heart.
close the.
Why? Because
Door.
I have
No,
values that aren't traditional.
I didn't say anything. Listen,
It
just
seems
because I'm
like
wearing
it.
listen,
It
just because
kinda
I'm wearing a
pushes-
suit
you're
doesn't
pushing
mean
that.
just
You're
relax,
pushing that.
relax. Okay, just because I'm wearing a suit doesn't mean I'm traditional. It means I'm professional. Okay? So
Okay.
all I'm trying to say is he asked you like a very simple question, but you came back with like a fiery, emotionally charged answer that was kind of like a little bit anti-male. And so I'm trying to figure out like what happened.
Nothing happened. I've only really ever been in one really serious relationship, and I was the one who ended it because I thought that it would be more fun to be single, and I've had a really great time being single. And I honestly try
you
to
seem
encourage.
so happy.
I am happy. I'm not looking for a relationship. Yeah, I've been on like dating sites, but if you look at the people that I match with or the people that I like my messages, there really isn't none because I haven't found that high value male that I want to marry or pursue or even sleep with.
High value men, 9 times out of 10, they're not on dating apps.
That is correct.
Just like high value women, 9 times out of 10 are not on dating apps.
What makes a high value woman?
Oh, God.
What's that?
Concepts foreign
Let
to
me
you.
ask you that.
Concepts foreign to you. Modesty, being demure.
Modesty. What does modesty?
Yeah, modesty in character, modesty in appearance, modesty in her demeanor.
You just don't like it when a woman is outspoken. You're intimidated by that.
Bitch, you just met me like 10 minutes
Well,
ago.
okay.
And
let's-
you're already
guys,
starting
guys.
to say, you just called me a bitch, you
Hold
insulted
on,
me.
hold
I
on.
have not insulted you.
You-
I said that you are intimidated. It
Wait,
seems
wait,
to
wait,
me
listen.
that you are intimidated.
Nobody's intimidated by you, first of all.
I don't, I'm not, who's,
Second of all,
yeah,
you
no,
don't
it
even-
seems like you're intimidated by
Listen.
somebody that speaks the truth, that modesty, that is, okay, that is your concern, modesty.
No.
So, yeah, you just said that, a high value woman, the first thing that came out of your mouth was modesty.
There were
That is at the top
there were
of your
multiple
list.
things that came out
Is
of
that
my
at the top of the list, modesty?
No.
Then why did you name it
Can we
first?
can we just lower the temperature a little bit? Just
She's triggered as fuck.
I would say, John, but just maybe refrain from ad hominem.
Right, but at the same time, you don't know me, so you've talked to me for like a few minutes, and you swear to God you have like my entire ideology summed up.
Okay, then I'll let you talk.
Okay.
I can talk too. I'll talk. I can talk. Okay, so
I'm good. I didn't lose my cool.
yeah. So okay, so you were talking about how, and it's if you want to do the hot girl summer, winter, whatever the fuck thing.
I've been doing that.
Yeah, so like you're saying, hey, if you're just gonna go to the clubs,
I
then-
don't go to the
or the-
clubs.
well,
I
you
just
j-
said I
well-
don't party.
But
I'll
you-
go and drink with my friends, but I'm not going out in big groups.
no, but you just said that you just turned 21 and
I'd
you're,
like to keep it as an option, but I haven't gone yet.
wait, so I'm not really sure what we're arguing about, but so your main thing is that you would not tolerate a guy saying, hey, here's
Yeah. I personally, I don't really, maybe in the future I'll go to bars with my friends once they're all 21. But if a man is telling me, hey, don't go out to the bar, don't go drinking with your friends, don't do this, and he's already putting these restrictions
Carson,
on
you gotta
me.
go hold on.
I forgot what I was saying, but
She even frazzled the camera guy. Go ahead, continue.
So what I was saying is, if a man is putting those restrictions on me, saying, hey, you can't go party, you can't do this, you can't do that, no. He's already trying to limit you. He's already trying to restrict you, because are you also telling him that? Hey, maybe, yeah, there's like those basic things like don't text other girls, you're not texting other guys, those basic unspoken things that you already are supposed to do in a relationship, okay? But if a man is telling you, hey, don't go party with your friends, what is the reason? Is it because he's scared that you're gonna go hook up with another guy? Maybe, and that's his issue.
Let me ask, let's say your boyfriend was going to the strip club 2 times a week, would you have an issue with that?
Yeah, because I feel like that's already an unspoken rule in a relationship. You don't
How?
go into the strip club.
Well, you shouldn't go to bars and clubs when you're in a relationship.
Is that an unspoken rule?
I mean,
I've-
yeah,
It is.
It is.
It kind
It's
of
like
is.
Common,
Like,
common sense.
you shouldn't really be like partying with your single female friends or single friends for that matter if you're in a relationship.
What is the positive
Well, you
ROI
guys are
on-
older.
well,
Maybe
listen,
that's what you think in your own dating life, but we're young. That's not how it works for us.
She's 20 and she agrees with us. She's
Okay.
younger than you.
Okay.
So that your entire argument just went down the trash.
If you don't want to be in a relationship and you just want to party, that's fine for you if that's your choice that you want to make.
I
That's
don't do that though. I just don't want to be in a relationship. That's restricting me. I don't want to party. I don't party. I don't do that. I just told you guys I don't do
But
that.
they're in relationships, you make compromises. There are trade-offs that you make. You adjust your behavior.
Some guy's gonna be compromising when he dates you for sure. But what are you gonna compromise for him? Nothing.
Yeah, obviously, I'll compromise.
But
some
not going
stuff.
out.
If a man, okay, if I want to go have fun with my girls, I want to go have fun with my girls. I'm not going to go stay at home at 21 just because a man told me to. Why would I do that? I'm 21. Do I listen to my own dad and mom?
You
Not really.
should.
Not
You
really.
should.
So why am I going to go listen to another man? Just because I like him right now.
Why? What? Just
I'm
curious.
not going to be with him forever. I'm not going to marry him. So why am I going to make these restrictions for him?
Just curious.
Just him.
Why do you frame it as I'm not going to listen to a man versus just I'm not going to listen to my boyfriend? They're just, I don't know, there seems to be a slight animosity there with
Towards
the
men.
the man part. But
Yeah.
So you would have an issue with your boyfriend going to the strip club.
Yeah, because
Even though-
that's a strip club.
Even though, well, I would argue that the chance of your boyfriend being able to sleep with one of the strippers is far lower than your chance to sleep with a guy when you've gotten intoxicated at a bar, club, or party.
Who do you think I am?
I'm
you
not
think
saying
I'm
you'd
just
be-
gonna get drunk and sleep with whoever?
Do people make better decisions when they're drunk or worse decisions?
Like,
there was a study
no,
where
you-
this
who
one
do you-
person. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. Let's
like
see you
who
dance
do
around
you
the
think
question.
I am?
Answer the question.
Do you think I not like?
Oh, so
don't-
you're impervious to judgment decisions that are caused by alcohol?
I believe people make some bad decisions while they're drunk, but don't get to that level. If you're going out to have fun, then you're not going out to like, maybe, yeah, if you want to black out, go black out. But if you want to go and just have fun and drink casually with your friends, that's okay. You're not, yeah, if you're going to go, if you're really going to go drink and cheat and use, alcohol
okay.
is not an excuse for cheating. Goes both ways, men and women.
Sure, but okay,
If you're gonna cheat at the bar, if you're gonna cheat at the bar, that is your own decision. That is not alcohol telling you. That
Okay.
is because you want to cheat.
question for you. In the history of all infidelities that have happened all throughout history, do you think anyone has ever mistakenly cheated? Like, or they regret having cheated? Perhaps when they were intoxicated.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm looking for one time that somebody regrets it. But okay, I want to give everyone.
I'm sure maybe somebody has regretted it and they lost that person and they were like, okay, like, I guess.
Sure.
I'm sure somebody has regretted it.
Natasha,
Well,
you
they
want to come?
regret it because they got caught, you know?
Well,
or
I mean,
something like
even if
that.
they don't get caught, sometimes you cheat, and you're like, I fucked up, and yeah, but
But cheating is a conscious decision. Drinking and going out and seeking a guy to sleep with, that's a conscious decision.
Sure.
I don't think that any amount of alcohol, I've been intoxicated well past my capacity to do that, and I could still make conscious decisions, you know? So I was even thinking in those instances, I was like, oh wow, people really use that excuse of being drunk as a way to like kind of justify them sleeping with other people, when that's not. It's just a conscious decision that you make. Alcohol doesn't really affect that, in my opinion.
okay.
What was the question again?
So
Why is she so mad?
He just can't let go of it.
the question is.
Sounds like you're mad if
hold
you
on,
can't let
hold
go
on.
of it.
God. All right, you guys can kiss and make up after the show. Okay, so John, did you want to come in on this again?
I just think that boundaries are good for relationships. I know most people here haven't had a relationship over 2 years, but like you have to understand that the boundaries. A lot of people think boundaries for relationships are to keep the woman trapped and oppressed and like some sort of just like subjugation. But reality, it's to protect your relationship for the two of you. Boundaries aren't there just for one person. They're from two of you. It's the guy's not there just trying to like control you and be like, oh, you must be under my thumb because you're a woman. 'Cause I think a lot of you girls like take it that hard left extreme or hard right, whatever, you know, but it's really just not like that at all. It's just boundaries.
Maybe because that for
Go ahead.
you just seemed annoyed right when I opened my mouth, but maybe
We knew you were gonna
it's
talk.
because
We knew you were going to have
maybe-
something to say no matter what.
Maybe it's because for literally since civilization, women have been oppressed by men.
Oh, God.
And it's okay to have that guard up.
How do you define
Maybe
that?
in our households or other things we've seen relationships where the man has been toxic and has been controlling to women. Maybe that's what we've been around. And it's okay to have that guard up. And it's okay to not let men control you. It's okay for you to also have those personal boundaries. Yeah, there's boundaries in a relationship, but you must also put personal boundaries within yourself. Because if you're just like with this man, you're just going off whatever he's saying or whatever, you don't have a mind of your own, and you end up losing those boundaries and you end up getting used as a stepping stool.
How do you know that? You're 21.
I've been in a relationship and I know, I am telling you that we've seen things
Who's
around
we?
me. Us. Maybe.
Are any of these girls your friends?
No, but I'm saying in general, I have friends that have seen maybe toxic relationships in their household. Maybe their friends have been in toxic relationships. Maybe women that we have grown up
Wait,
with.
let me just come in really quick. So you think a guy
Yeah, you have a
not
very negative perspective on a lot of things.
okay? So you think, by the way,
Because I have
hold on,
personal
hold on.
boundaries. I said women have been oppressed since the beginning of time.
How?
And it's natural.
Oh gosh. Okay.
How?
Are you really? How?
Yeah, go ahead.
How? You're
the one
asking
saying
me
this is true.
how?
Yes.
No, here's maybe a better question.
Defend
How?
your-
No, because I'm not going. If
Okay,
you
because
don't
you don't
know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if
'Cause
I'm
if
not
you-
going to
in-
explain to
in
myself.
normal,
who
listen,
are,
in normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious, and you're rude, and you're full of a lot. No, I'm talking right now. You had your chance. I'm gonna talk. When I'm done, you talk. That's equality, right?
keep going.
Right. Thank you very much. All right. Now, what I'm saying is in conversation, when you bring something up, you can't just state something as fact and then not defend it. And then say, oh, well, if you don't know, it's just because you're XYZ, because that's what you're doing right now. So you said women have been oppressed by men since the dawn of civilization.
Yes.
How?
If you don't know that, I'm not going to explain to you.
Bro,
Because
just put a big L in the chat for her, guys.
That
Just
is
put a
basic
big L for this
knowledge.
girl, bro. People don't like you in real life. I'll tell you this right now.
Okay, hold
Okay?
on.
You're
And
very
do you
rude.
think
You're very
I'm
rude.
very rude. I came here to give
You're
my
very
opinion.
rude.
I was invited here to give my opinion, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And you're not gonna shun me, and you're not gonna shut me out and call me obnoxious because, Mister, I can say the exact same thing about you. Look at you. You come in here and you're just gonna talk to these 18, 19, really early 20-year-old girls. How old are you?
I already told you.
I don't remember.
Oh, shocker.
Okay,
Because
guys.
You're not gonna
Shocker.
come here and call me obnoxious.
You are
call
obnoxious.
Me rude.
Okay,
People
hold
don't
on.
like
Because
you.
take a
Whoa.
good look at yourself if you're gonna come here onto a dating show and talk to me, a 21-year-old girl, that way.
John.
Why
John.
you-
John.
You don't have any
I'm
privilege
not talking
just
to
because
you.
you're a 21-year-old girl.
Okay, am I insulting you? No, never once did I insult you or.
John, she
put-
does have a point. You have used a couple ad hominem
You
attacks.
called
on
me
her.
a bitch, and never
You
once
called-
did
you
I
called
cuss
her a
on you.
bitch.
So maybe you should rethink the way you're speaking to me, and then I will give you that same respect back. Okay?
You did call her a bitch. You
Yeah.
did say that no one likes her.
Yeah.
I would
I could read
encourage
the room.
you. No, I would encourage you to address her arguments rather than
insult me.
use ad hominem.
Okay.
Because that just shows that you're insecure. You're coming towards me, my personality.
Right, but you still can't name anything that women were oppressed by men since the dawn of civilization, right? Cool.
Women.
Just double checking on that. Cool.
So you don't think they were?
Are we already getting into the feminist stuff
Go
here?
ahead.
All right.
I'm just
How
asking.
are they?
No, I'm
How were they?
asking you. You don't
You
think
are
they
part
were?
of the problem if you don't think women were ever oppressed.
Did
You
I
are
ever
a
say
part
that?
of the problem, and that scares me because you said that you have a fan base in America, and that really scares me for the men that are looking up to you, the young impressionable boys that are looking up to you. That really scares me.
You know
if you are
nothing
giving
about
that,
my message.
I don't even have to know because the fact that you're saying
So,
right now you're
okay.
coming, you're
So,
look at
planned
who you're talking
ignorance.
to. You are talking to a group of women,
Planned
and you're telling
ignorance.
us that we've never been oppressed. You're telling us that we've never been oppressed. Is that what you're saying?
No.
You're telling me to give you answers, so it's like you don't believe that we've ever been oppressed.
You're making like no logical sense at all.
Oh my gosh.
Like you could read the chat and nobody here wants to speak up, but
No one, okay, it's like probably like what, 14, 15-year-old little boys?
yeah, everybody's wrong
Well-
except for you. Everybody who oppresses you is against you or is oppressing you, and you're the eternal victim, and everybody's the big bad guy. Solid way to get your way through life.
But I'm not.
Can we
I'm
just turn
here to
down?
stand up for myself. If I was here to play the victim, I would be quiet and I'd be playing the victim. But no, I'm not. I'm here and I'm talking to you and I'm using my voice, and I'm here to stand up for all these girls that maybe don't want to say anything because you're coming off as this big scary guy who's insulting them. So maybe they're scared to get insulted too. You just called me a bitch.
Scary?
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. Okay. Well, how tall are you?
What the fuck?
Maybe you're not that scary.
Okay, can we all agree to turn down, both of you, turn down the heat a little bit on this conversation?
If he
gotten
stops
a bit-
insulting me, yes.
It's gotten a bit heated on both sides. Let's tone it down a bit. Both of us, can we agree to that? Can we agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Why go out if it's just to hang out with your friends and have a good time?
Personally, I prefer staying at home and doing that kind of thing. But I think the going out thing, I understand the experience and all that stuff. And I think it is fun as well to get dressed up and go out and do things with your friends. But then there's the question of who are you getting dressed up for? And what are you planning to do with all that? It's like, because sometimes girls will dress really, revealing. And it's like, there's no need for that unless you are wanting to dress that way to get attraction from the opposite sex or whoever you're attracted to.
Maybe that's for you, but for me personally, I dress the way I do. Maybe that's what you consider provocative, but I dress that way for myself. And I think a lot of these ladies here are dressing for themselves, not for the attention of another man. Maybe that might be the case for you, but for us personally, that's not the case.
Okay, so really quick, I just want to address what you just said. So you wear makeup for yourself, correct?
Yeah.
Well, maybe girls here at the table, it looks like you guys wear some makeup. Do you wear makeup for yourself or do you wear it for other people?
I wear makeup when I'm even alone at my house.
The fuck? Why?
Because I like doing my makeup. It's fun. I like
for
feeling-
artistic expression, or
No, it's nice to enhance your beauty. I think I'm a very beautiful girl, and I think even adding a little bit more blush or some lip gloss or
Okay, let's let the other girls go a bit though. But go ahead.
what do you mean? I
Well,
yeah, I
okay.
have the right to complain about women being oppressed. There's literally like laws trying to ban abortion. That's oppression in itself. There's systemic oppression. It's been that way forever.
Jeez. Okay.
Why do I even have to explain that oppression? Like, why do I have to prove to you guys that oppression?
Are you
exist?
oppressed?
I mean, I'm here
Into
to
the mic.
stand. I'm here to stand up for women that are oppressed. Yeah, I don't like. What I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of getting picked on here.
Well, I'm just asking you some questions. So, it's okay. Would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Yes.
So, how do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman being a feminist is just doing whatever you want to do, and not being bashed by society for that. And obviously, standing up for like women's like rights and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like this question's really dense, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm just asking you. You said that you almost very knee jerk when I asked who should pay. You said that men should pay immediately, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, if you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through, like, yes, in society, like fixing that, and through like the system. But yeah, I don't. Oh my God!
Hold on,
you just like. Ugh.
Try to keep a straight face. Try to keep a straight face, John.
No, I'm done talking.
No. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm done talking. I'm done. If he's gonna be making faces, I don't feel comfortable, and I don't want to. I'm not backing down. I just don't feel comfortable when he's making faces. He already disrespected me, called me a bitch when I never once disrespected him. So I already
can you
feel
guys
a
make
little.
up on that?
I know,
Can
because
you guys
I
do a
already.
little makeup?
If he gives me a proper manly apology, be a man and apologize. You say that you be a man and apologize. Come on, for disrespecting me and calling me a bitch.
Don't say it again, John. Don't say it. Let's try to keep things respectful. If you disagree with someone, let's not
He
grimace.
started bringing the disrespect. I've stayed respectful this whole time. It's been his issue.
Okay, so just talk to me though. I've been
Okay.
respectful to
Okay.
you. So
Yeah, you have
let's
been, and I
have a
appreciate
dialogue. I
that.
want to have a dialogue with you. So my question was, you were talking about feminism and gender equality. So I just kind of want to get to the crux of that. So
It's the same, when you say that, it's giving the same argument. Oh, if a woman hits me, feminism, gender equality, I can hit her back. It's giving that. That's what you're giving.
what? Wait.
That same argument when men are like, oh, like equal fights or equal rights, equal fights. That's what you're kind of giving right now.
Well, that's not what I said, but I mean, I would be prepared to say that if a woman is physically assaulting you, or if anyone is physically assaulting you, regardless of their sex or gender, you're perfectly within your right to defend yourself.
That is true. But
Well, how do
I'm
you
just
reconcile?
saying, no, I'm just saying that argument in total is dumb and dense,
So-
just like your question, because.
Well,
I
now who's being a bit insulting?
I'm
dumb
sorry.
and
I'm
dense,
sorry.
but
Okay, I do
that's fine.
apologize.
So, okay.
That was insulting, and
It's
I
fine.
do not want to insult you because you haven't been disrespectful towards me.
I don't. It takes a lot to offend me. So,
I said your question was not you, so.
oh God, these guys are. I think you can hide that. I think a TTS is going to come up here. So, okay.
Oh, like whenever we talk about, women decide to talk about feminism, men always decide to bring up, oh, equal rights, equal fights, which means, why is that the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about equality? I'm just
That's
bringing.
not.
No, I'm
That's,
just.
that's low on the list, but I mean, I think.
No, I'm
if
just saying
you-
it comes up a lot.
I don't think it comes up too much in the whole discourse. I have heard that term, but I mean, ultimately, I don't think you should hit, regardless of your gender or sex, you should not physically assault or hit anyone.
Yeah, that
and
is
if you're
true. I
a
agree with
woman,
that.
hold on though, if you're a woman and you hit a man, you should be prepared to potentially be hit back. Like,
I'm not saying
you
that
should
I
not
beat anyone
assault.
up.
You should, what?
I'm not saying that I beat a man up. I'm just
But
saying.
I'm saying you shouldn't
no,
assault
I know that. I
anybody.
know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but that you're like kind of missing the point of what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that whenever women decide to do talk about feminism, a really big argument men decide are like, oh, okay, like equal rights, equal fights. But like, why would you bring that up? Men just want like a reason to use violence or have violence against women.
If a woman,
That's what we do.
if
We
a,
sit around. We're like, hey, how can we oppress the
I'm
women
just
today,
saying,
bud? Let's
I'm-
use some violence too. Let's
Well-
lift up some tables and put it around them. Trap them in there.
I mean, you're kind of maneuvering around my original thing, but if a woman is trying to stab me, I'm going to try to prevent
You're
her from
still
doing
missing
that.
the
And if
point.
that requires physical force, I will use physical force to defend myself.
All right, you're missing the point, and I don't want to keep talking about it.
Well, okay. I want to bring it back to the who should pay on the first date thing, though.
Okay,
So,
yes, I did say men. I do believe men should pay.
And that's fine that you believe
Yeah,
that. But
and
I'm
I really don't think I have to like even explain myself. That's just what I think men should pay. And yes, I am a feminist, and that's okay to think that be a feminist and believe that a man should pay on the first date.
But okay, if you believe in gender equality, which is the supposed tenet of feminism, which is questionable, but how do you reconcile believing in gender equality but also holding men to their traditional gender roles that men should pay on the first date?
I don't even know. I'm just saying this.
She's flexible when it benefits her.
So, okay, do you want equality only when it benefits you?
I want equality all the time. What are you talking about? It's not even about equality anymore. It's more about equity and fairness, I feel like.
Well, you said equity.
Go ahead and defend equity and fairness in regards to equality. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Asking you because I decided to say I'm a 10 and every girl here is a 10. Do you guys not think every girl here is a 10?
Certainly not.
no.
Okay, then that's your opinion. But from my eyes, I think every girl here is beautiful.
Right, so your opinion must be more than ours. Got it.
I'm not saying your opinion. My opinion
I think all the
is
girls here are attractive, but like if you're asking me to be honest, and I would never rate you individually, but like I'm gonna be honest. Please don't take this the wrong way. And I don't think I'm a 10. I gave myself 6.9. There's no 10s at the table.
I think you're wrong. From your eyes, yeah, but from what I think,
Okay, so look, so do you think it's like a confidence thing, or you should be confident in yourself?
yes.
Because I mean, there's a difference between confidence and thinking that you're on par with the most beautiful women in the world who are supermodels and on the front of magazine covers.
Yeah.
So I'm not a 10 because I'm not on a magazine cover.
Well,
Amongst other
you could
things.
be a 10 and not be a model. However, if you're a 10, you are as attractive as women who are the most beautiful women in the world,
Yeah,
who
and
are
I am
models.
a 10. I think, yeah, I believe I'm a 10. Look at me, I'm a catch.
Don't you think it's a bit of hubris?
Why do you want me to rate myself lower?
Well, I mean, you're free to. I suppose you're free
I'm not
to.
going to, though. I'm not going to rate myself lower.
I'm not planning on forcing you to rate
I know, but
yourself.
it kind of, like, by the way that you're talking to me, it kind of seems like it kind of seems
Why?
like you're telling me I'm not a 10, which is fine. That's your own opinion. But you
if
asked me to rate myself, and I'm being honest. I think I'm a 10.
If I said I was a 10, that would put me on par with Brad Pitt when he was young, with Leonardo when he was young. I don't know if Leo was a 10 in his prime. Was Leo a 10 in his prime?
I don't know.
He was a babe. I don't. It's just like
I gotta just say whatever she wants me to say the whole show.
it seems like. Don't you think it's a bit egotistical to think you're a 10?
No.
Right, because she's a girl. She can do whatever she wants.
Not hook up with shitty men. That's what I'm saying. If you
I agree with you
if
on
you
that.
actually want a relationship, stop hooking up with shitty men. That's what I'm saying. That is the point of it.
Why is it that women are attracted to shitty men?
Because
If you're such a 10, why
because-
can't you size up these shitty men and stop dating them?
Because there's a lot of shitty men out there. Honestly, I live in a really small town, and I live at home with my parents. I live in a very, very small hick town. Like, most of the people that I date are people that I've gone to high school with and that I know a lot of stuff about, and like already, and like, I don't know, I don't really want to engage in it anymore, I guess.
You're in San Ynez, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to Santa Maria, so that's kind of like a little iffy. Okay, but
San Ynez is very different from Santa
it is
Maria.
different. It is different.
But there isn't any men that, to me, I'd even want to have sex with, because it's not worth it for me. Because what am I gaining? I feel like they're gaining more.
How are they gaining more?
They're
In
getting
what way?
pussy.
And you're
9 times out of 10, these guys aren't making me finish.
okay.
So why am I doing it? For their pleasure.
Well, I agree you shouldn't be having casual hookups. Well, I mean, people are free to do whatever they want, but I don't think it's particularly fulfilling, and the sex is typically not particularly rewarding, as you have admitted. But sorry. Okay, so
She's your guest, bro. This is all you.
yeah. Okay, so are you still doing the hookup culture thing, or are you kind of checked out?
No, I've stopped doing that for a while now.
Okay, so you're over it
Yeah.
because you're giving the pussy away. I
Basically,
think
it
those
wasn't
were your
fulfilling
words.
for me. What was I getting out of it? Nothing really. I was just doing pretty much all the relationship stuff without having a committed relationship. So no, I'm not gonna engage in that anymore. I guess there's times where I had like a random hookup, but I feel like I've kind of felt like shit after, if I'm being honest, because I'm doing it maybe for my personal reason, maybe to not feel alone that at the time. And it's okay to be alone, and you don't have to find sex to like not feel lonely, you know? It's okay to be by yourself and not engage in hookup culture, because I know a lot of discourse is like, oh, women, or not even women, like men specifically, are always engaging in hookup culture. And then like when a woman engages in hookup culture, it's like, oh, she's a slut, she's this, she's that. But men, they've been doing it forever.
Only a very small percentage of men have access to hookup culture.
Minority of men.
Yeah, very small amount of men.
Unequal amount
Yeah.
compared to women.
So
What do you mean?
Most
Unequal as in the number is not the same.
most men don't have access to hookup culture. An average guy, he can't easily just go and hook up with 3 girls a week.
Because they're ugly?
But let's say he's average. Let's say he's not even ugly. Let's say he's an average looking guy. He can't just hook up with 3 new girls a week. Unless he's bringing like mad game status or has money. But that's an even smaller percentage of men.
That's not average.
That's not average. But speaking just looks, average men do not have access to hookup culture, whereas like 90% of women
99.
have access to hookup culture.
Number one, people who suffer the most from hookup culture is women.
I agree with that. I actually do agree with that.
Yeah, that's because it's objectively true.
Cool. I feel like sometimes when him is saying that he agrees with me, I feel like I'm saying something wrong towards women. You're just very anti-woman, I feel like.
I don't think he's anti.
I'm not anti-women. No, you have a very anti-male stance. I don't know what happened with you, but some man seriously traumatized
What
you.
do you think happened to me?
Something in your family.
Oh,
I
Jesus
have a
Christ.
very
Okay.
wonderful dad. My dad is very present in my life. My dad is a man. When I look for a man, I'm mostly thinking
About your dad?
not about my dad, but what has my dad provided for my family? I want a man.
Okay, you
that's
want a
gonna
provider.
I want a man because that's what I've grown up around.
Okay, I want to give everyone a chance to speak. So,
No, I feel like the love is kind of lost when you're just hooking up, and the relationship's just about hooking up. Do you disagree?
No, I think we should move on.
so, what?
I need you to drink.
So, okay, you're saying that you've engaged in hookup culture, but you kind of don't like how it ends up, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
You keep making comments every time I say something. You just make a little comment.
He wants the heat.
He does.
John
He
wants
does.
the
He
heat.
likes to argue
I was clapping
with
for
a
her.
little 21-year-old girl. He likes it. He gets off on that.
God.
He's gonna be thinking about this later.
Okay, moving on. So,
Over 100 body count. Hoe or not hoe?
Here.
No, we're trying to stop slut shaming and calling women hoes. Why do you guys get mad? Why do you feel disappointed when I say that?
so,
We're just getting off on it, you know.
It seems like it. Seems like it.
well, do you think it's a desirable thing to have slept with over 100 people?
I know a lot of girls that are in college or that go to like other colleges or universities, and they're body counts are very high, and I feel like that's kind of normal. I guess if you want to have a high body count, have a high body count. For me personally, that's not something that I want because I don't gain anything from sleeping with a bunch of random dudes. But maybe these girls want to. I don't know. It's not my place to say, oh, go do this, go do that. Don't sleep with all these guys. Sleep with less guys. That's not my place to say anything. And that's not my place to define her and call her a 304. None of my friends have a body count over 100.
Well, I thought you said you knew some college girls that.
Yeah, I
went
know, like
hard.
some friends that are like, oh, like my other friend is in college, and they'll tell me about that. Like, we'll talk about
Sure.
like, maybe, I don't know, like I kind of thought for a while that I had a high body count, but then like I would hear about other girls like in their hundreds or like having higher body counts than me, and I'm just like, oh, well, what really makes a high body? I don't really even like talking about body counts. A girl can lie.
That's true.
A man can
They have,
lie.
they have certain symptoms,
There's-
though. Certain symptoms.
Do I give off that energy, high body count?
You're asking the wrong question.
Just be honest. Does it give that off,
No comment.
Brian?
Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah,
You're
I'm asking
me.
both of you.
I don't think you have a high one, but I don't think you have a low one.
What is
either.
high to you?
It depends on how old are you. 21.
Yeah.
I don't think it's over 20. Is it over 20?
No.
Okay. In Southern California, I mean, it depends where you're at. Some people think more than 5 or more than 10 is a high body count. Here in Southern California, it's pretty rough. It's rough. But
Think, like you said, that there's signs that a woman has a high body count. I don't think that's true. You roll your eyes at me, but I just think it's funny that you just get so. Okay, I'm not going to say
Super
anything
chatted
else.
$49.99.
so some deep down, even though you guys say body count doesn't matter, your refusal to share it would indicate to me that it matters. You know it matters, and that's why you refuse to share it.
It doesn't matter to me, but it matters to you guys. So I'm not going to go and put myself out here and say my body count just for you two to ridicule me or say something.
We're not gonna ridicule
This guy
you.
has been saying stuff the whole time. I
don't need your body count to
called
ridicule
him,
you.
I said he's insecure, and he proceeded to call me a bitch and
Okay,
insult
look,
me.
we've moved on from that.
Let it go. Let it
Just-
go. It's
I haven't.
over.
He hasn't apologized.
250.
So body count matters to you when it comes to a woman.
Yes.
So, but it's okay for you to have a high body count.
Yeah, kind of like it doesn't. You don't
Then
care.
your opinion is bullshit.
No. Because it's the same thing
Double
for you.
standards.
Same
There's
I'm
all
not
kinds
gonna
of-
listen to double standards.
Because you
can
wouldn't date a guy shorter than you.
Yeah, but body count. Come on. Anybody
Okay.
can lie about that.
Same thing.
Guy can't lie about his height.
You're completely missing the point.
So I don't understand why it
Well,
matters. Why you can have a high body count, but God forbid the woman that you're seeing has a high body count.
Well, let me finish.
There's a lot of
answering.
differences. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna
What are
finish
the
answering.
differences, men and
Hold on.
women?
Well,
Like,
let him
that's
address.
the difference.
Hold on. Let him
Do you think
address.
I just think it's funny when guys have like a standard. Women are just like, "How dare you?" And just like,
I think it's okay to have a preference, but I just don't think it's okay to shame anyone that doesn't align with that preference.
but you shame a guy by not dating him if he's like a shorty.
How are we shaming
I have
him?
not.
That's
That
I have
is
not
not
shamed.
shaming.
actually so. That's actually the number one shame a man can receive in this life is to be told that he's not good enough for reproduction.
But me personally, I said I didn't have a preference in height. So.
No, I'm there wasn't.
But-
I'm not individually targeting you or attacking you at all. Like that's not what
Wait,
I'm trying to say.
Can you repeat what you just said about a man not being suitable for what? Can you just repeat what you said? Because I feel like I kind of missed it or misinterpreted it.
No, pay attention.
Okay, so you said that the body count thing, it's a stupid preference for men to have.
Yeah.
Why?
For anyone.
Sentience.
They're not all bad on the panel. They're not all bad.
Okay.
But I am, huh?
Don't. If I know one of my buddies
So-
hooked up with a girl, it's just I'm
So
not.
use the girl for your convenience, but then when she's out, you're not fucking her anymore. It's, oh, she's a slut, she's this, she's that.
Right after I sex traffic her. Yes, correct.
Did I say sex traffic?
Having a lot of sexual partners.
Broken families, people who don't know how to manage relationships.
Why do you look at me?
Just in general.
Why do you think I come from a broken family?
Oh my God.
I didn't say that.
You've been hinting that the whole
Well, I think you guys have
time.
been flirting with each other the whole show.
Oh,
So
no.
I've been looking at all of
he's-
these girls. Like, I've been making eye contact with you.
No, but you've been
you.
picking on me the whole time.
just get. Now a word from our sponsor. One person's on birth control. They're
You're
having.
just putting a lot of if this, if that, if this, if that. No.
Well,
She
I'm
already
giving
gave
a.
you her answer. Just move on and ask the next person.
Well, no, I'm gonna continue asking. So
Oh, you're so entitled. It's his show.
Yeah,
you know?
just relax.
You're
If
so
this, if
rude.
that.
You're so rude. This is his
But I'm-
show.
I'm
You're a
trying-
You're
guest.
gonna
I'm-
call me rude?
Hold
Shut
on.
up.
You are rude.
Oh, okay, guys, stop.
You just
I'm
told
trying.
me to shut up.
I'm
You told me
trying.
I'm rude.
I'm trying to kind of
Oh my god.
guide you.
You're so rude. Shut up. Okay.
Okay.
If you're gonna give me that energy, I'm gonna give you the same energy back.
Blah,
You
blah.
call. Okay. You want me to go and meet you at the same place where you
I thought you-
started off with me?
No, just go in
No,
general.
because
be
I'm
okay.
being respectful. Even though you haven't been respectful towards me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question is, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, I don't want a man that's gonna argue with me because I'm not gonna be happy if I'm gonna be always arguing with my significant other. There's no love in that. Yeah, it's okay to disagree, but when you're arguing and there's negative energy, then no, I don't want that.
Okay.
That's not masculine. That's toxic masculinity.
Buzzword. The buzzwords. Okay. What is toxic masculinity?
You
You're
should
asking
know
me?
that. You should know that.
Yes, I'm asking you. How do you define toxic masculinity?
Well, I'm Mexican, and in my culture there is a lot
You gotta
of...
speak into the mic.
Sorry, I'm Mexican, and in my culture there's a lot of toxic masculinity within any Hispanic culture. Basically, I feel like men
Is
feel,
there?
yeah.
Don't you think that's a bit racist to say that?
She's speaking for all Hispanics. It's okay. Be quiet.
It's a bit. Oh yeah, I should. As the
You're white,
I'm
right?
a
Be
white man.
quiet.
I should. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I
Well,
was
to
saying,
let me just defend it. So to
I
to
was
paint
just saying
to paint.
that
Hold on.
there is-
Hold on. Let me just to paint an entire race as saying that it's
Toxically
toxically
No, it's because there's
masculine
no.
seems-
I'm just saying that what I've grown up with and what I've seen in maybe in my household or in my cousin's households with my family that's Hispanic. I feel like I can't talk about that because there is in our culture there is a word where you describe a toxic masculine man.
machismo.
And, yes.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, and that's a lot of men feel like they need to be that. And I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I could say a lot, but
Say a lot. You can say a lot.
people get mad when I say a lot.
Eh, it's part of the show.
I don't know, I feel like everybody's gonna have their own opinion. If I give my opinion, this motherfucker is gonna laugh at me and I'm kind of just done with it. So I'm,
Motherfucker. Are you gonna police her?
You shouldn't. I'll police a little bit. Let's try to look. I know there was a heated moment there between you two.
The
Again,
beginning.
I
I
encourage
left
you.
it behind me.
I encourage you guys to. You can get your flirt on after the show. I think there's a little. Okay, I would encourage both of you to try to again turn the volume knob down on the heat there a little bit, guys. So, you mentioned toxic masculinity.